It's Sunday, May 15th at 11:45, and it's partly sunny, partly cloudy, and 22 degrees. I'm on the Cataraqui Trail, heading east from the Walker Road parking area towards the town of Sydenham, and then from there we'll walk east of Sydenham along Sydenham Lake and get a view of that section of the trail, which we haven't actually been on much this year. I've been generally starting further down the lake. It's a beautiful day so far, no wind and nicely humid to provide that tropical feel. And luckily, because I'm wearing shorts, there aren't many mosquitoes on this section of the trail. The mosquitoes were horrendous at our house this morning, as they often are, and they will be probably for the next month when you go into the woods. Boy, what a beautiful day. Just like summer. And I really feel like I'm in a tropical area with this humidity. Just beautiful. Chance of thunderstorms late this afternoon, they say, and tomorrow, so that'll be nice if we can get that. We haven't had rain for a week and a half. Things are getting dry. Oh, it's just beautiful. The tree frogs are calling. Just heard a red-bellied woodpecker. Lots of warblers along the trail here. Beautiful. Amazing the transformation a month can make. So I had just gone a few feet from the last time I spoke, and I heard a Carolina wren singing off on the south side of the creek here. Now right now there's a few cardinals singing too, but the Carolina wren was singing frequently for a little while. Just probably can't hear it from here with this camera, but so it's really getting southern feeling. Red-bellied woodpecker, Carolina wren. The Carolina wren is singing on the other side of the river with the cardinal, doing a short version of his song. So we just walked through the town edge where the food land is, and the chip truck is there open and everyone getting their chips and stuff. Oh, that was so tempting. Not that I would get it while I'm walking the dogs, but I used to love stopping in there occasionally for chips, French fries. But now on my weight loss program, I can't eat that kind of stuff, because, as they say, the fat you eat is the fat you wear. The fat you eat is the fat you wear. So with my crumbling skeletal physiology, I have to lose drastic weight. So I've already come down 15 pounds since midwinter, and I've really only been doing this sort of eating style for a couple weeks at most. Prior to that, I wasn't really doing much other than increasing my activity. But okay, so we're walking along the north shore of Sydenham Lake now, or as some of the locals say, Sydenham. Sydenham. I always say Sydenham like it's spelled, but apparently the locals say Sydenham. Sydenham. Just run it all together fast. Anyhow, the lake is calm, summery looking. Birds I'm hearing: warbling vireo, redstart, yellow warbler, kingbird. grackle, redwings, robins. Lots of diversity in action right here. Loon is already on the lookout for a entrance down to the lake. It's warm and humid, and she loves to swim as soon as she can. Get nice and wet and cool. And I'm sure Zoe will plop in too if I give her the chance. Try and get them just up here a little bit. There's a little entrance up here that's not on private land that they can go down. And there they go. Right in. Getting a little bit of algal growth on the surface here. Otherwise it's nice clean water. The lake probably has a fairly high load of nutrients from adjacent farmland, which probably enhances the ability for it to grow these algal colonies here. Last week when I walked along this trail further up the lake, I was surprised to look off and see in a couple areas northern pike just hovering in the water with all these bass and things around them, sunfish and stuff. It was nice. I don't often see that, but you could see them pretty well. One was about 2.5 feet long and the other one was about 1.5 feet long. Just hovering there, waiting for unsuspecting prey, I guess. Or maybe they'd already eaten. Part of the reason I selected this location to walk today is the fact that after the hike, we'll pick up my father in Sydenham and take him back home for a dinner and visit, and then bring him back later this evening. You can tell it's pretty humid. I'm starting to get a bit of a perspiration on my upper lip here. This, in my view, is almost a perfect summer day. Temperatures low to mid-20s. Sunny and nicely humid, but not overly so. Couple eastern towhees playing off in the bushes. Yeah, so we used to walk this stretch quite a bit from town out east along the lake. This goes by a lot more cottages and houses, so we ended up starting to park closer to the east end of the lake and then heading east from there. Other than the number of homes and cottages you walk by on this section of the trail, it is still a very nice trail to walk along and highly diverse from a birding perspective, so it's good in that regard. You just do have more traffic, so I tend to go from the other place now more often, but it's nice to come back here and try it again, especially on a beautiful day like this. There's a Thunderhead building to the north, just beyond the barn here. You'd think it was fairly close, but I just looked at the radar and the closest cell showing is up close to Ottawa. It looks so much closer, you'd swear it was only maybe 30 or 40 kilometers away, but it's a lot further than that. Probably can't hear that in there, but there's Tennessee warbler singing. There's a lot of them along the trail here today. I've counted probably 7 or 8. The lake looks beautiful today. More cloud buildup off to our west there. I think later today we'll probably have some thunder boomers developing. So we've been walking for 1 hour and 10 minutes and covered 4.2 kilometers. That's from the Walker Road parking area, and we've come from there to here, which is Botting Road. Anyhow, we're almost down to the causeway, and that's as far as we'll go today, because as I said, we've done 4.2 kilometers. We have to walk that back too. It is getting warm now, starting to sweat on the back a bit, and I'm just plodding along, really not racing or anything, taking my time birding and doing photography and stuff. There you go. There you go. There you go. There we go. Go down. You're hot. Ugh. Never fails. Shake right beside you. There's a bass sitting in there just watching Zoe walk through the water. Doesn't care, it just sits there watching her. Comes another sprayer. Uh-oh, there's a thunderstorm developing off to the west. I noticed it just came on the radar a few minutes ago. And as you can see to the north here, there's the big mass up closer to Ottawa. Here's a sad sight. Some of the trilliums are already turning pink out here, entering the later stages of their flowering. Yesterday at Lemoyne's Point in Kingston, they were all in prime shape, all beautifully white and full. I guess out here they have a drier, hotter microclimate, and they're starting to go already. Spring is so short. It comes gradually at first and you're wanting it more and more each day. Then it arrives sometimes quite quickly, and before you know it, it's over. Beautiful little collection of columbine here. Nice group of it. Here's a better view of the overall sky. Quite a bit of cumulonimbus buildup. So just got out to the end of the causeway, 5.3 kilometers roughly, so we'll be doing 10.6 all told, heading back now. I was talking to a fellow for 10 minutes without thinking that my father's still waiting to get picked up, so I'm going to be in his bad books now probably. The weather's also turning a little around. It's all gray with thunder to the west. So hopefully I can get back unscathed. I may have to take shelter under an abandoned cottage or something. We'll see. I think it may be going to blow just north of me here. The wind's picking up though from the south. I think I might escape this storm. I'm not sure yet, but it seems to be just skirting along the north side of the lake here. So far no rain other than maybe a couple little drops. Still holding out here on the trail, although it's looking cloudier and darker up west again, so I'm not sure I'm going to get back unscathed. Might be enjoying our last rays of sunshine here before the storm hits. It's looking increasingly dark off to the west here, and the thunder is rolling, so we'll see. I might be gonna get soaked here. Getting a few light showers now. I think the storm's just skirting the north side of the lake here. Certainly darker to the north, so we might luck out. I don't want to speak too early, but we might luck out. People often remind me that I seem to like living on the edge. Well, here's another example. I'm walking along the edge of a thunderstorm on the edge of Sydenham Lake. Can't get much more edgy than that. Oh, the rain's starting heavier now. It's funny, above me it looks fairly broken sky still, but I guess there's just enough of a thundercloud up there that it's getting me. So I guess I should have been walking the edge on the other side of the lake, because this side got rain. And as you can see, I'm semi-soaked right now. A little brief respite here, and then we might hit it again up there by the looks of it, but well, not too far of a drive home, and first to get my father and then home, so not too far to be soaking wet. And it is nice to, I guess, physically experience one of the earlier thunderstorms we've had this year. So that's nice to get out into the thick of it all and immerse your body into the actual rain instead of just looking at it on a television screen or something. Luckily, not too much thunder, and what there is seems to be up in the clouds rolling around. No ground strokes that I've heard. So here's the northern sky. You can see it's quite dark. Rain still coming down. Now the rain's picking up and it's getting grayer and grayer as I head west, a more solid gray, so that's a bad sign. Also, the thunder is increasing. It's still generally up in the clouds, but I suspect we're going to get good and soaked here as we approach the town of Sydenham. I'm already pretty wet anyhow, but would have been nice to keep it at 50% wet maybe instead of 100. I thought the rain was coming to an end, and then this deluge happened. Wow, just pouring now. Thoroughly soaked. Big drops, probably 10 millimeters of water in each drop, or a cubic centimeter in each drop, I think. I had the feel of it. Luna was scared with the big drops hitting her in the head. I guess we're lucky it wasn't hail. Here's the view to the other side. Pretty gloomy. Pretty gloomy. Well, as discomforting as it is by making your clothes stick to your skin and all that, it's actually kind of neat in another way. It makes you sort of feel like a kid again, out playing in the rain. Or at least that's an excuse I can use to make the situation seem a little better than it is. Actually, it's not a bad situation. It's a good situation. We're getting some needed rain, so I'm not going to complain. This little section over from Sydenham to Walker Road parking area is the heaviest rain we've seen. This is where we've gotten totally drenched, and it's still rumbling up ahead to the west, so probably more coming. But we're not too far from the car now, maybe 10 minutes or so. 2:23. A little late. I meant to pick my father up about an hour ago, but oh well. These are the trials and tribulations when you're a man in nature. And the rain is slowing down, just occasional drops now. And the songbirds are singing, happy to have received the wealth of water from above. Robins are on the trail looking for worms. Mourning dove is cooing away. It's a beautiful day again. Everything smells wonderful. The earth and the trees, you can smell the wonderful smells Some like fruit, some like earth, some like cow manure. No, I don't smell any cow manure right here. Other than the fact we're already totally soaked. We might be getting back still in a bit of time because there's quite a bit of thunder off to the west. Quite steadily rumbling away. So there's either simply more heavy rain coming probably, or maybe even worse storm conditions with lightning and stuff. So we're not too far from the car now. Just a few hundred feet or so, I guess. So I hope you like this outing. I liked it. I wish I didn't have to go back soaking wet, but those are the challenges you face. Anyhow, catch you later, and so long from Canada.